You need faith in your life, brother. You need faith. It's the only thing that'll keep you going when life beats the crap out of you and the pressure becomes unbearable. Now, of course, I'm going to tell you Islam is the truth. It's the only true religion. It's the religion of Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. Peace be upon them all. And that's a fact. But with that being said, I have some friends who were born Christian, not exactly practicing, but eventually ended up fully embracing Christianity. And I've seen how it improved their lives and character. Now, I don't agree with Christianity, obviously. That's why I became a Muslim, right? Isa alayhi salam is a prophet of Allah and the Messiah, but not God. There's only one true God, and that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know that might upset a lot of you, but it's all good. I'm not trying to please you. I'm trying to please Him by spreading the truth. And before you start cursing Allah in the comment section like a lot of you do, just know that Allah is the Arabic word for the God. If you pick up an Arabic Bible, you'll see the word Allah all over the place. So be careful with your words for your sake, not mine. And before you say that Allah is a demon and the Quran was written by Satan, astaghfirullah al-azim, just think for a second, man. Back then when the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Arabia was full of paganism and idol worship. Why would the devil interfere with a land that was already doing his work? Why would the devil write a book that honors Jesus and Mary? Why would the devil write a book that talks about strict monotheism? Muslims at the time were constantly persecuted for preaching strict monotheism, which is exactly what the first commandment in the Old Testament says. But like I was saying, I don't agree with Christianity, but I do believe that if a Christian conducts themselves the way their Bible truly tells them to, they will be good people and they will be mentally strong. If you don't have faith in your life, you need to change that ASAP. If you don't know what faith to follow, well, read about them all. If you don't have time to do that, make time for it because there's nothing more important. And read about it with an open mind. Read about it with the intention of finding out what the truth really is. Forget about what the media wants you to believe. I think by now we can all agree the media doesn't have your best interest at heart. I think by now we can all agree that the media just wants to deceive you. Forget about what they say about Islam because what they say is complete and utter BS. Forget about guys like ISIS. Them dudes are not Muslim. Everything they do is the complete opposite of what the Quran tells us to do. Read about how Allah tells us to conduct ourselves as human beings. Read about how Allah tells us to constantly give back. Read about how Allah tells us to treat non-believers. Spoiler alert, He doesn't tell us to kill them just because they're not Muslim. He tells us to treat them with respect and grace, especially our Christian brothers and sisters. You need faith in your life, brother. You need faith in your life. If you go through a calamity in life without faith, you won't have much hope in your heart. And without hope, you won't have a will to live. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.